I was not. Now I am.
Oh, well, okay.
Well, okay, back up. I don't know whether you guys are actually filmed or not. Well, you are now. It's flashing. It's flashing. Very good. How you doing? Stand in. No. Stand in for Andre. No one will believe this stuff. They don't even know it. No.
Jesus, Natalie! I know, isn't that hard to believe? Listen, that job, that's not an easy job. What do you teach? What do you teach? Social work. I was a social worker. I got a degree. I am so impressed.
Nobody will ever believe that. I'll spot the producers immediately. They're the ones that are looking over people.
Yeah, I went to my
Don McGraw?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
Joe is friends of Judy Roberts.
Oh, yes. We met. Yes. We met at breakfast. Okay. We did indeed. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's. Hi, sweetie. How you doing?
Just like yourself. Did you bring your lovely wife to these occasions?
She never comes to these. She's he says, you know, that they're my friends, so I should go. And that works out okay.
So which table were you? Because it's not the bar green one.
No, it's the third set of balloons in this row right here.
Third set.
Yeah, in that green table down there. So see where Linda is in the black and white. Yeah,
right
straight
there.
behind her. Yeah. No, I'm trying to get everybody.
It's okay.
How you doing?
How are you?
Went to one last year. I don't know what the rain. Agnes is friendly with Carol. And Don is friendly with the rain.
Thank you, Carol.
Trying to catch as many as I can. I'm going to send this to Andre and let him edit it. I'm not going to try. No, I'm kidding you. I'm not filming the ceiling. No. No, it's just a good high angle to get more faces.
Never got well yet. Let me just say, in my opinion, the offensive center. Is this politically correct? Am I going all right? Timing is everything, and I've just ruined all of mine. Anyway, the offensive center on the football team has number one. Bend over and gently yet firmly snap the ball into the quarterback hand. Make sure it's there every time. Then he has to just lay waste to all of the football players who don't have his colors on. Guards, tackles, linebackers, safeties. Every once in a while, I managed to catch up with a cornerback who didn't know what he was doing. And then, that's just on the running plays, so that Wilson and Finch and Harding and Clavey and Tim and everybody else and Don Samuels could just run up the gut for 5, 10, 15, 20 yards until their legs gave on. Then, on passing plays, I'd have to again hike the ball gently, firmly into the quarterback's hands, and then again drop backs and start laying waste to those football players who are chasing the quarterback and trying to kill him. Might have 5, 10, 15 seconds for him to run around like a nut trying to find somebody open. Then, not only, of course, again, the offensive center is the position that I play. On the play street, on the ball, not only do they have to punt, a hike 15 yards, I had to, their math came into it. I had to count each player on our team to make sure it was 11 people every time. Not 10, not 12, 11. This is a responsibility given to me again by our coach, Mike Giddings. And, when Mike said do that, that's what you did. I did ask him a question. I said, why am I counting up to 11 just on this one play? And he just said, don't want to confuse you, Jimmy. Count to 11. If there are 11 people there, hike the ball and shut. Thank you, Coach. That was it. Again, offensive center, the position that I played. From the limited research time I had, not only did the student body and the coaches and all the teachers not vote me Wildcat of the Week, I don't think there was even one student body who put in one vote for me as Wildcat of the Week.
But we love you, Jimmy.
That's all I needed. That was very cathartic. I feel better. Roberts is coming out here because I just ran out of material. We can get one more quote for us for being the 5th damn high school in the 1961 class of Monrovia High School. Let's give it one more shot.
I know you all. I don't know why I'm nervous. Okay. This is a little intro before I start. Here we are again in the last quarter of the game. Feeling a little short of breath? We're older, wiser, and wider. Some of our old friends didn't last long enough to celebrate and sit together and see the years magically melt away. We've each had our ups and downs, weathered countless challenges, experienced losses we didn't think we could survive. Our good periods make us wish that we could bottle our happiness, or at least find a formula to pass on. Meanwhile, if you haven't written your own epitaph, it's kind of fun exercise to capture your own essence in a few words. Here's my epitaph. Judy Roberts, noisy person, good neighbor. I'm still acting out, acting up, acting on the legitimate stage, along with my partner, Joe Cronin. You, my classmates, got accustomed to my theatrical antics, so today I'll do a monologue for you from a 1937 French play, Madwoman of Chaillot. Joe's going to introduce my character.
The character is Madame Aurelia, whose prime was in the 1890s, and whom everyone calls the Countess. She thinks she is the proprietor of her neighborhood in Paris. She's into everybody's business, trying to take care of all things.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. She's saying the speech, did I give you that part? To Roderick, who has just tried to drown himself in the Seine for love. To be alive is to be fortunate, Roderick. Of course, when you first awake, it might not seem so very great. When you take your hair out of the drawer and your teeth out of the glass, you're quite likely to feel a little out of place in this naughty world, particularly if you've just been dreaming when you were a young girl on a pony looking for strawberries in the woods. But all you need to feel the call of life again is a letter in the mail telling you your schedule for the day. Here are my assignments for this morning: to mend my petticoats with red thread, to curl my ostrich feathers, to write my grandmother, etc., etc. And when I've put on my rings, pearls, bracelets, earrings, brooches, and pins, in short, when I've dressed for my coffee, and have had a good look at myself, not in the mirror, naturally it lies, but in the side of the brass gong that once belonged to Admiral Corbet. Then, Roderick, then I'm armed, I'm strong, I'm ready to begin again. After that, everything is pure delight. First, the morning paper, not these current sheets, of course, full of lies and vulgarities. I always read the Gaulois, the issue of March 22, 1903. It has some delightful scandal, some excellent fashion notes, and the last-minute bulletin of the death of Lady Leblanc. She used to live next door, poor woman, and when I read of her death every morning, it gives me quite a shock. I'd gladly lend you my copy, but it's in tatters. And then, when you've had your fruit salts, not in water, naturally, because no matter what they say, it's water that gives you gas, but with a bit of spiced cake. Then, Roderick, then, in sunlight or rain, Shadow calls, and you're ready for your morning walk. I have my cats to feed, my dogs to pet, my plants to water, and look around every corner. If you see the evil ones coming down, all you have to do is cut off their path from the left. That'll stop their evil. I have my ways, don't I, my friends? And the butcher's dog on the Rue Bizet, despite that wretch who tried to poison him, is friskier than ever. There, Roderick, that's life. How does it seem to you now?
Trumpet playing quarterback of all time. I hear tell that Mickey Bishop's got a lot of stuff on his mind. He's written a few things down and probably memorized some of them too. He's all his head is very, very sharp young man. So let's invite Mickey Bishop up here. If he looks away from the table. This is a little party out there, Mickey. Stay on right side here, or you're going to get screened out. Are you going to go up there? Never mind.
Testing 1, 2. Let there be light. Testing 1, 2.
Good evening. I have to get up here because I'm not as tall as Art and Jimmy, so I have to be above the crowd here. Before I start to say anything, though, I want to say my thank you to the great work that the reunion committee did in putting on this wonderful event. I talked to a lot of people tonight, yesterday, we all agree that it's been one of the greatest times we've ever had. I also want to thank the committee for giving me an opportunity to speak before you. You know, it's funny, they invited a brain, a jock, an actress, and a clown. And I know I was the jock, and I don't know where the rest of them Anyway, being the procrastinator that most of you know that I am, which in part explains the reason it took me 5 years to get through school instead of 4. I didn't begin to work on anything to say until this morning. And when I was standing in front of the mirror shaving, I decided very quickly that I wasn't going to talk about looking older, or gaining weight, or hair loss. It wasn't until later that we were on the tour of the campus, the old high school, that I started to think and reminisce about all the great things that we did together and all the things that we had and we shared together. And I thought of it in contrast to what we have today. And I thought it would be fun to take a look at what we had then and what we have today. Back in the day, we had our music. And we had rock and roll, and we had rhythm and blues, and we had ballads. And today, they've got hip-hop, and they got rap, they got hard rock, they got punk rock, they've got alternative rock and reggae. And we had the great artists. We had Elvis and Don't Be Cruel, Buddy Holly and Peggy Sue, Richie Valens and La Bamba, the Shirelles and Will You Love Me Tomorrow, the Crests and 16 Candles, the Tritones and In the Still of the Night. And today, we have Lady Gaga and the Edge of Glory. And we got Snoop Dogg at 9mm. We got Coldplay and Major Minus. And we have the Black Eyed Peas and Boom Boom Pow. And of course we've got Eminem and Puke. And we played our music on records. We had the big 78s and the 45s and the long play albums that played at 33 to 3rd RPMs. Today we've got the CDs and the MP3s and the iTunes that we all buy at the App Store. We all know what that is. And to play those records that we had the old Motorola single speaker with the scratchy needle, and we graduated to hi-fi. And in our cars, if we were lucky enough, we had an AM radio to play our song. And today we've got Dolby surround sound, iPods, iPads, and iPhones with Bose headsets that sound like live music is playing in your head. And in our cars, we've got tweeters, woofers, and subwoofers that'll knock the windows out of cars 100 yards away. And back then we even had TV. Of course it was black and white, paint screen. But we had some great shows. We had shows like Gunsmoke, Father Knows Best, great Ed Sullivan Show, Perry Mason, Maria McCoy's, Rin Tin Tin, 77 Sunset Strip, and The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet. Today we look at television through 60 to 70 inch high definition plasma or LCD flat screens. And we watch shows like The Office, Community, Parks and Recreations, NCIS, Breaking Bad, American Idol, The Biggest Losers, Dancing with the Stars, Glee, and Modern Family. And we had movies back then. We went to the Lyric. Sometimes we went to the Edwards Drive-In Theater.
Yeah.
Where two of us would sit in the front, we'd hide 4 in the trunk. Great. Today they have the IMAX theaters with 3D, and some theaters have seats that move to heighten and enhance your movie-going experience. And we had great movies, remember? We had Ben-Hur, 12 Angry Men, Bridge on the River Kwai,
Yeah.
Sleeping Beauty, A Summer Place, and of course Psycho. Today we have Inception, the Matrix trilogy, Harry Potter, Avatar, The Help, Pirates of the Caribbean, and The King's Speech. And we had our cars back then too, didn't we? We drove our Fords and Chevys with a 3-speed column shift. And some of you lucky guys had 4-on-4. But we had no blinkers. Used hand signals when we used them. Had to crank the windows up and down. We had fixed seats. Didn't automatically adjust 9 different ways. And we had headlight dimmers that were actually on the floorboard. And today we have our Hondas and our Toyotas and our 6-speed automatics, fancy blinkers, seat and shoulder harnesses, headlights that come on and dim automatically, OnStar for satellite communications, and interactive GPSs that tell us every turn to make to get to our destination. And we had a form of communication, phones. Remember the operation? Number, please. And we graduated to dial phones, and I think everybody in Monrovia had the same prefix, Elliot 8 something.
Yeah.
And today, we've got wireless phones throughout our houses. We've got smart cell phones and computers that allow us to send pictures and texts to friends throughout the world, make video calls on Skype, or if you have an iPhone 4, you can do FaceTime. Or you can access the internet and just catch up on the latest gossip on Facebook or Twitter. But most of all, we had good young friends, eager to find their niche in life and make their mark on the world. And today, we have good older friends, and wiser, many of you, who have gathered here tonight to recall with fondness our years at Monrovia High School, talk about our lives during the past 50 years, and share with each other our dreams of tomorrow. Let us take the time then to enjoy these moments so that they too may become an important part of the many memories that we will come to savor for many years to come. Thanks for being here tonight.
A friend named Bob Beal, who's a management consultant. Bob's an extremely thoughtful guy. And after years of thinking and consulting, he has come to the conclusion that the most formative year of your life is when you're in the 4th grade. And he really believes that. Now, I've talked to other people who have said, you know, high school was just a blur for me. I got out of high school, and after that, things started to happen
I'm in between on that because I think many, if not most, of the basic building blocks of my life were put in place at Monrovia High School. And I was trying and thinking about this to say, what is it that's just unique